Good morning, my dear students. Class 8th, chapter from history, Ancient Civilization, chapter 3, Ancient Civilization of India. Today, in this chapter, you are going to learn about Ancient Civilization of India. First, urbanization, special features of the sites, cities, town planning, lifestyle, and the decline of towns. The development of Vedas and types of Vedas we are going to study in the next class. But of course, we are going to study about Rigvedic period today. So, when in the beginning, let us understand ancient civilization of India. Civilization, once the man became civilized, we can say that civilization. It means before he was uncivilized. We can understand through that in the beginning man was a nomadic. It means he was leading nomadic life. He was just wandering here and there, like, and living in the forest area, eating some potatoes, and he was just roaming here and there, and he never knew much about the civilization. At the same time, we can say that there was no cities were built and no agriculture, nothing was there. Okay, so that was the period where human had nomadic period. It means he never knew agriculture, he never knew cities, he never knew about the administration. Okay, so just he was a nomadic in nature. So but later on what happened, so after that he started to settle in one place and he learned civilization. So that period is known as civilization, ancient civilization. So actually in India we learn especially Indus Valley civilization. So there are other civilizations like Egyptian civilization, Chinese civilization, Greek civilization. So like that, in India, one of the important civilization we are going to learn about Indus Valley civilization. This civilization also known as Harappan civilization. So now let us look into the book and what is there in that. Let us go through. First, when nomadic life became stable, archaeologists have come across signs of huts and houses in some places. They have excavated a cellar in Burzhom in Kashmir. It means people of those times used dig shallow pits in the soil and live in them. So here, when he had a nomadic life, so in order to protect his body, so they used to dig shallow pits and live in them. And also in this site, we could find out sometimes, of course, there was a cold weather, and they wanted to protect their body, and at the same time, we can see the people cooked food either inside or outside. And apart from this, Burza home, and we can also see next site is about Meherga. Meherga, it is of course it is one of the fertile land which is found in Bolan Pass, which leads to Iran. So people of Meherga were the first ones to have learnt cultivation of barley and wheat crops, and also the rearing of goat and sheep. Okay, and we can say that this is the first village which has noticed that the people of Meherga who lived in houses. Some houses had 4 and more rooms, and of course, people and animals used to be buried together here in some of the graves, especially. Okay, so especially they also discovered some of the graves. Okay, and next we can see the first urbanization. So the Harappan sites were discovered by two important now excavators. They are called R.D. Banerjee and Dayaram Sahani. Okay, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, the two important sites which are found in no Sindhu Valley region, especially in Punjab. Okay, and of course they thought that it was just like a mound when the construction of a railway was going on in the year 2000, when they laid the railway track into 150 years ago. So in the Sindh Valley region, so the people thought that it was just like a mound, okay, and it was made of excellent bricks, okay. But later on, when they were constructing the railway lines, they have understood that many houses have been buried under the soil. So through that, they have understood. Of course, there was a city and which was existed, that was called Harappan city. So later on, they come to the conclusion that after the research, yes, the city was existed there. Okay, so that civilization is known as Harappan civilization, that was existed in 4600 years ago. Now let us understand about the significance of the city. What is the importance of the city? Of course, we can say that when we say they are civilized, they are completely civilized. No doubt about that. Of course, they had 2-3 story houses, they had a road construction, then they had a bridge system, there was a drainage system, no doubt about that. It was like, we can say that yes, it was improved like Bangalore only, okay, so the city like Bangalore, so no doubt in that. So like that, we can see that such an technology which was used in the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro sites or in the cities, okay, where ancient civilization people lived there. And now let us understand about the two more. I mean, we can see in this city, Harappan city, we can say that two important cities. Okay, so one is which is found in upper part, elevated place, that is known as a citadel. Okay, and another part which especially in the lower level, which is found in the lower area, that is called lower town. Okay, so citadel place where which is existed in the height place, and other lower city also found. Here we can see in the citadel, especially some of the administration buildings were there which were found, and in the in the lower town we can see where the people were living. Okay, and of course every part had a wall made of burnt bricks. Okay, so the people used to build this town by using burnt bricks, and since the bricks around them were placed as an interlocking manner, the walls were very strong. We can understand, of course, there was a city, okay, which was fortified by walls. Okay, and now let us understand, there were noteworthy buildings inside the citadel. So inside the citadel, already I told you, noteworthy buildings were there. Some of the, you can say that some palace, or we can say that some administrative office were built in the citadel. And of course, we can see here one of the great bar or a great bath tank is found here. Okay, so this tank, it was just like swimming pool only, where it has on either sides of the steps, okay, down, and of course on the top of it the rooms were built, and in the actually this especially great bath was used for the special occasions and for the special privileged people. Okay, and actually some of the people believe that it was probably used for some ritual purpose, where the people go and take bath there. Okay, and of course apart from that, of course it was built built well manner, and of course it had an engineering planning. Okay, and the people also used some gypsum there down. Okay, where there should not be seepage of water. Okay, and Lothal and Kalibangan were some of the other important sites. Okay, so fire altars have been discovered in other cities like Kalibangan, and Lothal and Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal had constructed systematic granaries. In Lothal we can say systematic granaries. And now let us look at the town planning and here. Okay, the lower town, lower lying area, already I told you about them. Yes, of course, the people were living there, and it was constructed in very methodical manner, and where the roads were there, houses were there, drains can be seen. Okay, and the roads were cut into rectangular in shape, and there were some bathrooms in the house, and where most of the houses which were built, especially the main door only used to now face towards to the main roads, but apart from that we can see other windows and other we can see other doors were not faced towards the roadside, and the cities had directly laid out underground sewage system. Okay, here we can see when we think about the drainage system, where the water, no, the drainage water which was connected to a particular place. Okay, like how we will connect today. Okay, all the drainages were connected, and of course, there were some of the holes created in the drains enable timely cleaning of them. Okay, so that is about that we can say that manhole, manhole, where the people will get down and clean the drainage. Now and next, let us understand about town life. Of course, the main occupation of these people agriculture, no doubt about that. And if we take the town people, there was an administrative class were ruling. People in this place may have expensive metals, gems, jewelry. Beads were also probably used by the middle class people. And of course, the people of Harappa were growing wheat, barley, and pulses. Mustard were their main crops. They also domesticated humped bull, cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, dog, hen, and were engaged in cattle rearing, sheep rearing, and poultry. Okay, so their main occupation was agriculture, and trade and commerce was developed there. And what happened to this city? The decline of the towns. Most probably, many no historians believed that they give different reasons for the no decline of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro cities. So some believe that because of some, various people will give various reasons. Some people feel that dried rivers are the reason for the end of the civilization. Some feel that change the course of rivers, and others feel that maybe because of floods, and some of the historians believe that destruction of forest. So like that, many historians give different opinions about the decline of Harappa and Harappan civilization. Okay, so now let us discuss about the Vedic age. So the age where Vedas were written, that age is known as Vedic period. So Vedas actually which was composed by Aryans. So these Aryans actually they believe that they came from Europe. They are early Indo-European tribe. They are from southern Russia, Ural mountain slopes, where Asia and Europe is divided. That Ural mountain, and of course they are the tribal group through Central Asia, and so they are the Aryans who had protect the culture, and of course they are really the people understood based on the Vedas. So that's why they are called. They followed the Vedic culture. That's why they are called Vedic people. They are the Aryans. Aryans are the people who studied about Vedas. Okay, so it was of course Vedas were not compiled in written, but they are in the oral form. So which spreads from one mouth to another mouth is called oral form. And we can see in the Vedic period 4 important Vedas. So they are Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharva Veda. Of course, these Vedas consist of mainly compilation of nature worship, okay, yagna and process of yagas and black magic. These are also called samhitas. Every samhita has text called brahmana, and that explains the various ways of performing rituals, okay, worshipping of God. Then every brahmana has an aranyaka and Upanishads. Aranyaka is actually which speaks about hermits who performed yagnas at forest, okay, so living in the forest. And Upanishads are the reflective discourses of philosophy. Upanishads are the evidence of intellectual maturity of Indians during the Vedic period. Okay, so these are we consider as a holy book of Hindus. Okay, Upanishads. Okay, and of course When we think about Rig Veda has its own importance. Of course, the languages used, geographical and social situations depicted in it, and Rig Veda consists of 1028 sutras, or we can say the sutras, prayers or songs. They grouped under 10 mandalas. Okay, and the language used Rigvedic belongs to Indo-European family language. Okay, and let us come to the social system here. Social system, of course, during the Rigvedic period, they followed the caste system. Of course, Arya, I mean, we can say that there were some of the communities, they are called no aristocracy and priestly class and common people were existed during the Rigvedic period. And of course, during the one period, and one of the 10th mandala of Rigveda explained that gods created Adi Purusha, whose mouth became Brahmanas, shoulders became Kshatriyas, thighs became Vaishyas, and Shudras were born from his feet. So thus this is how the caste system was measured. And there is no mention of the word Varna here. In the later on, the Veda Varna appears. The first three Varnas performed the roles of rituals, administration and business, and had the right for the property. It means Varnas later on appeared, it is. Okay. So that is Varnas means color. So based on the color, it was later on it was based on the property or based on the colors. So they made caste. Okay, caste system, or maybe based on the profession. Okay. So the fourth Varna Shudra comes during the last stage, where they are considered as a Dasyu and Dasas. Okay, and where they were considered very lowest in the society, and the caste system also was measured based on the wealth that was accumulated after winning the battles, and their unequal sharing resulted in the growth of social discrimination. Okay, so of course later on it was developed the caste system based on Varnas, three Varnas. Okay, so that is, we can say that particularly, especially the caste was considered, so the especially patriarchal family was the main social unit that time. Okay, in case we can say that father is a barber, son also was a barber. So like a patriarchal family. So that was continued. And economic system, if you take it as, of course, agriculture brought economy was the main occupation. Agriculture was the main occupation, and the source of income came from the agriculture. Crops such as wheat, barley, and of course animal husbandry was practiced, and of course some of the metals were used during that time. Okay, during the Rigvedic period, and the people were called Kshetra was cultivated area, or we can say that Kshetra, cultivable land is called Kshetra, and the people also called cultivation is called Krushi. Okay, and there were of course oxen were used to pull carts, plows, okay, plowing land, and some of the canals were built in for the irrigation system, and that was and also some seeds were used, okay, to grow the to do harvesting. Okay, that is about the economic system. And political system, if we understand, Rajan and Raja and Raja are found, especially to reference Grama, village. Okay, appears Rigveda. It means we can say reference to Grama village appears Rigveda. Tribes were living in Gramas. Okay, so they are the people, those who are looking after these villages, they are known as Rajan or Raja. Some tribes may have more than one Raja. Okay, and it was hereditary. Okay, so next we can understand about that Das and Dasus were there. They are considered as very lowest, and later on some of the common people were also considered very lowest in the society. And the words Sabha and Samiti were used to denote the assembly of common people. First village tribe is known as, it was looking after by Rajan, and the Sabha and Samiti were used to denote the assembly of common people around the king. Okay, and this was the administration system. And of course the religious ceremony which was undertaken by the priest. Okay, and next is about religious system. If you understand, of course they were worshipping many gods, and Devi Sita. Okay, and we can see Vasutosh Pati, or some of the okay, and some of them Shiva and Vishnu. So these were some of the god and goddesses were worshipped during their time. And religious system, if we take, Yajna was the epicenter of religious practice. During Yajna, where animal sacrifices were taken place, and during the Yajna some people used to perform slokas, and of course the people drank soma, or drink was done. Okay, during the slokas, Yajna slokas, the people used to drink soma rasa. Okay, it was alcohol type. Okay, the people used to consume this type of alcohol. There were no idol worship during that time. And of course there were they used to worship Indra. Indra is the god. I mean, suppose that Indra brings rain. Okay, so there were 250 slokas dedicated to Lord Indra, and 200 slokas on fire. Okay, and of course Vishnu not gained prominence, but Shiva, and we can see that some of the later stage, Rudra appears as a Shiva in Rigveda. Rudra appears as a Shiva. So like that, they used to worship many god and goddesses, and they used to perform many rituals, and they used to celebrate some festival also during their time in order to worship God. And they also especially they were worshipping God based especially for the various for the various things, especially to do agriculture, and they used to perform some rituals. Okay, in order to bring rain. Okay, when there was no rain, so the people used to perform rituals or yajnas. Okay, and the animal sacrifices also were taking place during the Rigvedic period. Okay, so now, and next class let us discuss about post Rigvedic period. Okay, thank you.